Like, it's potentially the dining room. Isn't it back down? Dining hall. Right. Oh yeah, right. The big beautiful butterfly room. Like, I'm not sure if he will end up what was that? Oh, it's just one of those. If he'll remember it or not, because, like, is that the downside of me being like, I want to hear a secret, and then it's like, he's his son, and it's like, does Pyagi now know that because I witnessed that as him, or does Pyagi not remember any of that? I'm not sure which one's worse. One is Pyagi knows all this information I don't want him to know, and the other one is Pyagi has massive gaps in his history that will be noticed by other people potentially. And for that matter, does he remember being in a room with me and then suddenly, like, blacking out or something? Are we gonna have this conversation with an earshot of him? Because that seems like not the best plan either.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
So our character's just into being a demon, like really into it, evidently. Alright. I almost threw up.
Everything went as planned. I didn't encounter any particular difficulties.
Well done, you. On my first try, well, it took me 3 goes. But you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in
You
which...
act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Wait, we're making a completely different choice now? Am I choosing whether I'm a demon or human, or am I choosing between the two of them? Is one of them the same as the is there a correlation between these and me choosing one of them individually? Or is that another choice that happens afterwards? This is getting odd. Meanwhile, like, I don't like any of these characters. I don't want to be on any of their sides. I don't like any of their plans. I kind of just want Louis to leave the island. Like, this... Meanwhile, the plot just kind of became a completely different thing this episode. So we're just going in a completely different direction. And I've had this power for like an hour, and I'm supposed to make a definitive public decision in front of them about whether or not I want to embrace it or not. It's also confusing because my character is so emphatically embracing the idea of becoming people and taking over their bodies and stuff like that. He's like, oh my god, it was amazing. It's like he says that without me telling him to say it. I don't know. This game got weird. This game got weird, and I'm not sure where it's going. And I have even less idea of what the next episode will be like than I did before, basically. Huh. I don't know, I feel like there just isn't context for this decision, necessarily. It's especially weird because, like, being a demon is all we have going for us in universe, based on us, what we know about Louis, because of the fact that, like, we've never, aside from one tiny intro scene, we've never not been on this island. And the only human character that we were anchored to is dead. Except maybe she wasn't human if she was also Mortimer's daughter. So nobody we've ever... So it's like the majority of characters we've been interacting with half the time have been, or at least the most important characters, are our mother and the power figures of the island are all demons. And apparently we're a demon. So, like, I don't even know what the trajectory of being a man looks like. But I also just kind of want to middle finger these guys because I don't like any of them and I don't want to deal with them. Blah. I kind of want to pick this just because it might disappoint both of them.
I was born a man. I grew up as finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference. I refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. they're gonna ask me to choose between them. I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my word. I'll bring them all down.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
Basically, democracy or monarchy, which they're kind of dressed for the part, aren't they? I've spent even less time interacting with Holm, so I'm kind of like, who? Like, he didn't even get a chance to make his case for the most part, except just saying that being with Mortimer's dangerous. I did side with Holm at the last meeting, didn't I? Didn't I have the choice of staying with Mortimer or going with Holm? And I went with Holm? I believe that's what happened. And I guess that was setting up for this kind of thing where we were going to continue to have choices between them. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this is just so underdeveloped that, like, I don't have... I'm trying to think of reasons to pick one or the other, and, like, I kind of don't have them. Like, it's weird because I'm playing The Witcher Thronebreaker right now, and in Thronebreaker, they can just throw a scenario at me in 1 minute of narration, and I will be like, oh my god, what a difficult decision. There's so many reasons to pick this one or that one, and it's all tense and so on. But like in this game, when choices come up, I'm feeling more and more like I don't feel like a tension. It's more like a bewilderment at where the story is going and what my motivation is, or why I would pick one of these two versus the other. I don't know. I kind of just want to see Mortimer's reaction, because he's so fucking smug.
Father, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to follow my instincts, I can't in good conscience follow you.
But
I hope you won't take it personally, but I prefer to support Sir Gregory.
very well. You have made your choice. It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Meanwhile, he is saying all the most insidious shit about...
Well, my friends, here we all are.
Isn't the Duchess meant to be with us?
No, she's resting in her room. Don't worry. The conference can resume. Now, we all know that tensions have been running high, but now is not the moment to give in.
The main thing is that just one vote can suffice.
Yes, indeed. It will only take one of you opposing his project to win the conference. But I would rather have us united until the end. Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Where is this going? And on one hand, the father character says so much insidious stuff about humanity in general, but at the same time, like, people within this group are planning my murder. I apparently could have talked to Hillsborough. That's the one thing I didn't check, I guess. I thought I tried most of the doors, I guess not. I did everything else. I falsified a letter for the Pope. I chose to discredit Lord Mortimer in my letter to the Pope. That was an accident, but... I guess it's a good thing I also sided against Lord Mortimer a moment later. That was straight up an accident. Like, they switched what the dialogue choices were, and that was a weird sequence of dialogue trees. I don't know. That felt inelegant. I learned to use my new power. Temporarily became allied with Sir Gregory for the continuation of the conference. I succeeded in stopping Von Volner from poisoning me. No big deal. Find out where I can pick up the Al-Aziv, and I obtained information on Al-Aziv from Manuel Godoy. Yeah. Whoa. Damn. Twice. I've got 8 points to spend. Boom. Everything's that level now. Got that going for me. Oh. Maxing that out's a little tempting. Getting manipulation way up there is tempting. None of them are ready to level, though. We just gotta keep going. Oh. It's over. Okay. Huh. That felt abrupt and short, right? Hang on a second. I can compare a little bit. I just wanted to compare... Oops. So... I guess this was like episode 7 of me playing, technically. So it's not that much shorter, it just felt like... What was the story of this one? There was obviously a really big reveal, but not a lot of individual reveals. Like, she was like, you've got to stab them, you gotta get the stabby spear to kill the demon. And so I was like, alright, let's figure out how to get the spear. And then it's like, I'm your father, I'm dead, pick a side. And that was the entire episode, more or less. Entire characters haven't really been making appearances for like entire episodes at a time, or like, I don't know. I feel like for being like these big multi-hour like episodes, some of these characters should be getting a lot more development. Like, some of these characters have like one scene, if that, where they mostly repeat their traits from the previous episode and don't really do anything. And now I'm gonna make a big choice. I don't know, we'll see. I'll just hop right back in. Boom, episode 5's already out. I don't need to wait till next episode. Let's go.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
My friends, here we all are. We are about to definitively shelve Lord Mortimer's absurd project regarding Louisiana. It will only take one of you to oppose it, and we have won. The vote is to be held shortly, so we must keep our guard up. I'm sure Mortimer's preparing something.
Don't worry, Sir Gregory. Nothing can stop us now.
Beware, Johann. We mustn't underestimate him. So, I'll ask you to return to your rooms and stay there until the conference. And if one of Mortimer's team comes knocking at your door, no matter what, do not open it under any circumstance. don't give them the opportunity to manipulate you. Is that clear?
Understood.
Good.
Count on me.
As you wish.
Right. Let us adjourn. Louis, stay on. A moment, if you would. I need to speak to you.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I've known my brother for a long time. I'm sure he has a plan. I'd like you to go and see each member of our group and make sure they remain loyal.
Do you think my father's going to try to turn some of them to his side?
Turn them or get rid of them, I don't know. One thing's for sure. I doubt William will give up without a fight. He'll try something. I'll keep him busy while you check on all of our group. Can I trust you?
Of course.
If there is a traitor in our group, find out who it is, Louis. Find them, then come back and let me know. I'll deal with them personally. I want a landslide victory. I want to teach William a lesson.
Wait a minute. Isn't the Duchess supposed to be here?
No, she's resting in her room. I confess I'm a little worried about her mental health. She's going through a very difficult time at the moment, and I wouldn't want my brother to exploit her fragility.
I'll go now.
Thank you, Louis. See you in a while.
Are we gonna find out that she's just dead? I still haven't found another book, have I? I wonder where I'm missing them all, because I went that entire... Yeah, I found like a document for this one. I went an entire episode only finding like one total, which is a bummer, because those are kind of necessary. Huh. Wow, check the loyalty of every single character. I mean, this is the side that Hillsborough and Washington is on, so it seems like a decent one to assist at the moment, but really, stopping the demons that control society is probably the way to go. Just as a general tone. I feel like he was so weird about her being in her room that I feel like I'm gonna go in there and she's just gonna be dead now. That's gonna be the takeaway. Oh, suddenly there's a book here. Right after I choose which ones to equip. Can I change my mind? Click, click, click. No? Alright. Well.
Have you seen everyone?
Nope, I have not. So Napoleon is on their side. And now, so we have Godoy, Piaggi, Washington, Hillsborough, Volna. Trying to remember what characters are left, because there's not a lot, right? Doesn't he have the massive disadvantage? That said, isn't this whole thing's a farce since I don't know, Holm explained that at all costs we do not... I think it was Holm that said that we do not influence humans. We let them say what they're going to say and pick the side they're going to pick and make it all legitimate. I think is the argument that Holm made when he came to my room. Whereas I think it was Mortimer that was like, and we're going to totally cheat. Like, I think he just came out and said that. He's going to use his demon powers to cheat during the vote. And I think Holm was the one claiming that he was going to try not to cheat, specifically. Which kind of keeps putting me in Holm's favor, which is a bummer, because he's the one that's in favor of monarchy. It's not going to go well for him.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time. I think this chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Oh, there's an X. It's totally here, isn't it?
What is... Yes! Yes! At last I found it! Al-Azif! Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money. Huh? What? A page has been torn out.
The Al-Aziv. All of your skills increased by a point when I found the Al-Aziv. Dang. Every single one. That's not bad. It's a good thing to find. Do I get to equip it too? So did I get 1 point for every skill by just yeah, because this is a trait. I already have this, but I also can equip it. So everything's gonna go up by 2. That's a huge number of skill points. Where were all these books last chapter? I'm suddenly getting drowned in books. Oh, I can probably read the book too. An ancient grimoire enclosed with 7 locks. The mere sight of it makes you feel like you are being watched. Isn't the Al-Aziv supposed to be the Necronomicon?
Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Anything else around here? That was a good find. It wasn't even hidden.
A lantern. Nothing special.
Evidently, it was just sitting in the open on in a new trunk that just showed up, which has an X burned into it, just to make it extra clear that it's like, this is the weird one. Huh. What was that? Oh.
A ruble.
Yay, collector's coins. I don't know what they're for, but we keep getting them. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's so much, especially in the later episodes, like the first, I feel like the first episode might have been a bit stronger, but it's hard to remember because it was a while ago. But these later episodes, we spend so much time walking around and doing gathering and puzzles and whatnot that, like, less and less screen time each episode is spent with actual characters, which means that we get less and less development of said characters as we go forward. And that just feels like kind of a bummer.
Ah! Louis, come closer. I'm warming myself up. I was unfortunate enough to step outside and now I'm freezing.
Where is it? Oh, I didn't see that at all.
So, tell me, my friend, what can I do for you?
This is the scumbag that tried to poison me.
Sir Gregory has tasked me with making sure that all his allies don't change their minds over the conference.
Oh, damn it. It drives me mad. How can Father doubt my loyalty to him for a single second? I have always been devoted to him, body and soul.
Wait. Question. You're Gregory Holmes's son? I'm sorry, is everyone in this game a demon? You said that I can't use my power on less... I shouldn't use my power on more experienced demons. Shouldn't they all be more experienced? Because they presumably knew before today? Or do they not know? Or something?
Are you still going to vote for Sir Gregory?
Did he ask you? I knew it. You need have no fear. I've always been loyal to him.
Very well. And what proof do you have?
Absolutely none. And I couldn't care less about convincing you. On that note, see you later. Huh? Perhaps.
What a scumbag.
What a scumbag. I want to make note of the fact that we were specifically instructed that everyone should be in their room right now and never leave it. He's in the dining room, a completely different location from his quarters. So he's already out of lines. He's misbehaving and is also being rude. What great allies we have. Book. Where were all these books a moment ago? Am I about to go find them all? Conviction. It's like, did they accidentally make an entire episode where they just forgot to put books in that chapter? I'm actually wondering that, because, like, there just wasn't any in the entirety of episode 4, and now they're just strewn about. Even though it's presumably only been, like, an hour or so since, like, the last episode happened. Suddenly there's just a bunch of new books scattered everywhere. Tell me where you're hiding the things I want. Is one of them going to be in the garden, I wonder? That'd be extra weird, with everyone being told to go to their quarters. He was out in the cold because he was supposed to be doing something with the Al-Aziz, wasn't it? The fact that I found it was good.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
I'm a little confused. It was hard to find that spot. The inspection point, it was like hiding in the bottom corner. I'd have to check the footage again just to find it because I could not see it.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Gotta be so careful now. There's so many locations where they've scattered things. Yeah, that's my way back upstairs. I think I can't go here, right? Yeah, because that's the meeting chamber. But judging how we're ramping up for the final encounter, so this might be my last chance to check the map for any consumables that might affect the ending for me. While also keeping an eye out for the fact that they might just have a character around here, because that guy was just in the dining room, weirdly. Still, his brain said, I've always been loyal. So unless there's like a but at the end of that, meaning like, but now I've decided not to be or something, he should still be loyal. So we should be good with that guy. I really thought there was more in here. Can I still go down there? I can. Is there a reason to? It'd be a hell of a place to find someone. It is kind of worth noting that while all this was happening... Whoa, it's closed again. We're not going back in there in episode 5. I was curious what form this would take. Alright. So is the takeaway here that everybody's trying to find the spear that can kill a demon because they want to kill either Holm or Mortimer to win the debate, basically? Like, everyone's clearly looking for it. Which means that everyone who said they were looking for it probably is well aware of the fact that demons exist and are at the core of this entire encounter. Which, that was Napoleon, wasn't it? That we encountered in the garden. I can't use these doors, can I? Right, they never worked. And I still don't know. I don't know for sure if I got the right one, but the clues, as far as I could find, all matched up with it. And then I later found that statue that continued to match up with what I knew. You can't tell what material type the spear is on a statue, but aside from that, oh my god, I cannot. Here we go. Right? There we go. I got really turned around in here. Because the statue in Mortimer's room replicated that. But why was everyone else struggling to find the spear? Like, aren't Mortimer and Holm looking for the spear? Because if they are, since they live here, wouldn't they be able to solve that room? Didn't they build that vault in the first place? And are you really going to claim that world-controlling... Are we going to claim that world-controlling demons can't get the information of what the spear's description is when I was able to get it, like, immediately? So Volna's downstairs. If there's any information to be had around here, I can have it. There might not be any more, though. Just his chemistry set and all the stuff I've seen. There's so many boxes around here that are open, and I'm pretty sure I opened all of them myself. As silly as that is. The tower room. Adams in Washington. Peru. Bonaparte. Hillsborough. Let's check Hillsborough. Oh wow, they're just lying around. Dangerous liaisons. Liaisons. Can I even go in these guys' rooms? The ones that are loyal to Mortimer, which are like 2 people apparently?
Great, honey. Great, honey.
There we go. I'll take it. Oh my god, more books.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
You've retrieved everything? What are you referring to here? Wow, we're down to only having 2 books left. I have 5 books to read and I can only read 3 at a time. His clothes are lying around.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must...
It's another Mortimer letter. Whoa. Who does that to fruit? Are you trying to dry the fruit? That seems weird, right? We need to dry out this fruit so it's as inedible as possible. Remember that time I found somebody just laying on the floor and never got an answer as to why they had been laying on the floor a moment ago? There's been some odd developments in this game, actually.
My dear Napoleon.
Yeah, it's just the people that work with him.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
I like how he's just letting me wander around his room right now. He's just... yeah, whatever. That guy just does that. He's annoying. No need to hurry with Volner. We are certain that he will concede given the severity of it all. Please best surprise him at the last minute.
Looks like Volner's opposition is in the line of fire. I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, they have a plan for turning Volner, evidently. Curious about that.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Leave me. Thank you.
I'm glad that went well. Get the fuck out of my room. Who do you think you are, going through my stuff? You stole everything. But
Emily?
Come in, Louis.
You're not alone.
I've inherited one of Mortimer's personal guards because he's worried about my health. But don't worry, we can talk. All the servants dressed in black are deaf and dumb. Louis, about what happened on the wharf, I'm so sorry, really. I hope you'll be able to forgive me one day.
What's in the past is in the past, right?
What?
I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind. Louis, you have to tell her about the demons. I've got something important to tell you about what happened here.
I'm listening.
Mortimer and Holm...
They are demons, and you are like them.
What? How do you know?
Sir Gregory came to speak to me earlier, at great length. I'm his niece, Louis. I'm Mortimer's child, too.
You're my sister?
Surprise!
I have a sister?
That's right. And I have a brother.
I didn't see that one coming. And did you manage to speak to Mortimer?
One moment. I'd rather continue our discussion away from any curious eyes. Follow me next door, please.
You said you was fine to talk in front of them. Also, surprise, incest. You just... Surprise!
You wanted to know if we spoke. Well, let's just say he didn't stick around long, but yes, I can definitely say we spoke.
What the fuck? So... Didn't we have sex, like in episode 3 or something? Or 2? Which, I think that's at least an option. Which makes us... That's just straight up incest. Or did we have sex with your twin sister, who is also must be a demon too? But then why am I the only one using mind? If everyone in this game is a demon, why is nobody reading my mind? Or why is it not coming up? Or no one reacts to me mind reading them? I don't remember her situation anymore. Vulnerable to psychology and immune to logic.
And did he go all right? I imagine you spoke about yourselves.
He confirmed what Sir Gregory told me, that he really is my father. That he didn't know I was his daughter until a short while ago.
And, well, how are you? Did you take it all right?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel like I've lost all my bearings.
And what about me then?
Do you trust him?
I don't know, it's difficult to... He's our father. He's started to initiate me, and, well, he's been pretty decent. That said, you can't say he's gone about it in the best possible way to gain my total trust. And you? What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know who to believe. The only person I really trust is you, so I'll follow you this time round.
I won't be voting for him. I'm not convinced by his proposition. I'll be voting for Sir Gregory.
I understand. In that case, I'll vote for Holm, like you. But it won't please Father.
That's only to be expected. But, well, it's not my fault if he hasn't been able to convince me.
Don't worry, he'll get over it.
Right. I won't disturb you any further. See you later for the vote.
See you in a while.
It won't please Father. Why do you care? You just found out he's your father like a minute ago, evidently. That's... But she's immediately talking like it's actually emotionally her father. Which is just a weird shift. I don't... This game got so weird. This game took such a weird direction just in every way. I do not know what to think right now. Hey, creepy guy, which we totally can talk in front of, except for when she decides we can't talk in front of her anymore. Have you been... How much have you been drinking? Excuse me. Excuse me.